Hello, everyone, and welcome to yet another episode of Reign of Vecna. I am your host and dungeon master for the evening, Riku, and I'm excited to bring you tonight's story after the events of last session. So we're excited. We're getting closer to Triboar, their next destination, and we'll see what happens when they get there. We'll probably actually get there tonight, which is awesome. We'll see. Unless they get distracted with something. We'll see. You never know. You never know. But let's reintroduce you to our party. Just go around, name who you're playing tonight, and what are you excited about for tonight? Just in general. So we'll get started right below me, which is Damon. Sorry to catch you off guard.
Hi. I was literally looking at my notes. Hi. I'm Damon. I play Eden, your Warforged Twilight Domain cleric. Yay. What am I looking for? Oh boy. I think I want to finish the actual mission, the getting to Triboar and talking to the things and doing all the stuff.
Okay.
That part.
Yeah.
I wanna see what happens there.
Yes. You'll get there soon enough. Just a little bit of an intermediary location y'all found, so giving you a little bit of lore of the world. All right, and next up we have Kel. Unless you went AFK and I don't know it.
Nope, I went to unmute myself and instead double muted myself.
The curse of the double mute continues.
It ain't ever going away.
Nope.
Anyway, but I am Kel, also known as the Celtic Wyvern King, playing Meek, the Reborn Goliath Redemption Paladin. Try saying that 5 times fucking fast. And just, I'm just ready to see what the hell happened because I kind of missed out on most of it last time. Just because my stomach was kind of eating itself alive.
That's fair. Before the session, I started giving you a bit of an explanation, but you'll find out more here soon.
I know.
Which is all good. All right, next up, Nick.
Muted.
Muted. You also got cursed by the double mute.
Oh my god, it's on the headphone too. Earlier when I was putting in the chat that I was like, oh man, what's wrong with my audio? My headphones weren't on. But yeah, everyone, my name is Nick. I'll be playing Nero Aspengard, the half-elf storm sorcery sorcerer in all of his red mohawkedness. One thing I am excited about is potentially working with Tate to try to somehow smuggle the what just happened?
You kind of broke up a little bit.
Did I just lose audio?
No, did you?
Can you hear us?
Doesn't seem so. All right.
There we go. Okay.
You back?
What the heck?
Okay.
God, I'm so sorry.
No worries.
Yeah, work with Tate to try and get some of the special juice that made us grow and shrink. That's all I was trying to say. Can't keep it with us. Might serve us good in the future.
You know, it could. It could. Might do that. You probably still have like a flask or something on y'all, like a water skin or something. So cool.
Yeah.
And then Goose.
Hey everybody, I am Goose. I am playing Tate, the Tiefling Rogue Sorcerer Warlock. And he is excited about his new gem quest.
Yes, that is right. From Baba Harpell. She just gave you those. She just gave you those gems and was like, "Go ahead and do this," and just completely trusted you. So.
And Tate was so enamored in this situation that he didn't even notice her tentacles.
Nope. Oh yeah, that's right. I shared the picture of Baba Harpell in our Discord chat, and she is kind of just interesting to say the least. And Slayer was here. I don't know what happened, so we'll get him looped in once he comes back, I guess. So we'll take care of that when he returns. Anywho, last time, you completed your fight against the Weevil. You beat him. You killed him. You stole all his stuff. Oh, you keep accidentally hit. Oh, yeah, that'll happen. Will, if you're listening, can you let Slayer back in from backstage, or someone can text Will? Yeah. So you were able to defeat them. Kate was able to get everything past the guard, so you actually got out of there with a hell of a lot of loot without the Zentarum. And the Zentarum actually tried to recruit you too. I forgot to mention that earlier. You got yourself to a good resting point where Tate and Nero were caught up in a trap from the Fateless cult. That was also when Tate awoke to his warlock powers given to him by Timora with a really cool rapier as his hex weapon. And Nero found out a little bit more about the fate of his family. I did give Nick a little bit more detail of where I'm going with his story, and it sounds like it's going to be a great direction. But yeah, can't wait for y'all to learn more. Did you arrived in Longsaddle, the ruins of Longsaddle, the original home of the Harpells, a very famous and powerful human wizard family that has since escaped Vecna by relocating to the moon. That was a fun story. Kel, I'll send you the actual write-up I have about the Harpells later, but it's very, very
I'm alive!
Yay! We'll get to you here in a moment. We will, but as you were exploring, you found the tavern where you found those Alice in Wonderland-like drinks that allowed a few of you to shrink, with a very hungry cat just hanging around there that you were able to keep at bay while y'all explored. Tate
went Edna's kept it at bay.
Yeah. Tate went into one of the mouse holes, found Baba Harpell with a bunch of her cauldrons, and was given a mission to help her basically concoct one of her potions by giving him a bunch of gems to bring to the Temple of Elemental Unity and imbuing them with elemental power and bringing them back to her. In exchange, you'll get pretty much free raised dead from her if you complete this. But since then, you've grown back up. You're still in Longsaddle. You still have the ruins of the actual Ivy Mansion where the Harpells used to live to explore if you wish, or you can continue on. It's completely up to you. And that's where we're going to pick up today. Slayer, since you are now here, feel free to introduce yourself, name who you're playing, and what are you looking forward to tonight?
Hi, everybody. I am Old Worm Slayer, and I will be playing Edna's Marble Finder. And I'm looking forward to, looking to find out what the heck happened to this place besides what we already know.
Mm-hmm.
And if there's anything else that they might have left behind that we could get our grubby little hands on.
The cleric of life paladin becoming a loot goblin is very interesting.
Hey, there's nothing wrong with stealing from your enemies, especially when that enemy is Vecna.
It's true.
Life needs things to live.
That is true. And you still
exactly.
Yeah, and you still have Olivier with you. So Olivier is still tagging along with you along the way. So, you just finished exploring the gambling golem, the food feast hall. What would you all like to do next now that you're back up to your normal heights and selves? What's next on your list?
Oh, definitely moving over to where the casks are, dumping out my water skin and just like filling it full of one of them.
Just remember that you are filling those up with the shrinking growing potion. I just need you to remember.
It's like, oh man, I'm thirsty. Yeah.
I can't wait for that to happen.
How about you take one and I'll take the other one?
Deal.
By the
I'll
way,
take the shrinking when you take the growing one.
Hey, while you were down there, did you by chance ask her who was responsible for the living spells outside?
Vecna.
They weren't really. The living spells aren't due to Vecna per se. They're just manifestations of the spells due to the high concentration of Arcana in this area from that war. So they kind of just manifested themselves rather than were caused by somebody. Y'all are still feeling a lot of the arcane power in this area that can still affect your spellcasting, by the way.
Hey.
Oh, and all the Harpels are still alive, and everybody with everybody in the town, and they're on the moon.
Hey.
Which is
Well,
Did you say on the moon?
The moon.
Yes.
So that's a thing.
But
Meeks
here's the
looks utterly
question.
confused.
who
How
wants to
did
go to
they
wild
get
space?
to the moon?
how what?
How did they go about getting to the moon?
On a
They-
rocket ship.
Yeah, they use an enchanted.
What's a rocket ship?
I believe it was an enchanted telescope that they used in the lore here. But they did have an enchanted item to be able to do that.
Yes, but Ednis doesn't know that. That's why she's asked, or they are asking.
Gotcha. Well, Kate would know that because I think she told him. Yes, it was
It doesn't
an
mean
enchanted...
Kate would tell us something different.
True.
I have not lied once. To y'all.
We'll
Yeah, I must say, there's a clarifier.
that part. Do we wish to continue searching this city, or do we wish to move on?
As long as we steer clear of those living spells, I think we should be fine.
Yeah, because don't we have to do doesn't the gem stuff have to do in the town?
No, the gems are in a different part of the Sword Coast. If you check the Sword Coast map, it's in the Temple of Elemental Unity, which is right outside of Triboar.
Okay.
We could investigate the other building that's still intact.
Somewhat intact.
Which is the isn't their keep, their castle,
Yes. Their manor.
their manor,
Mansion, whatever you want to call it.
big ass house.
Yes.
I mean,
Small ass fortress.
I mean, it's not that big. It's really not that big, honestly. I've seen bigger.
Okay, Nero. Okay.
It's
We
not
get
that
it.
Bigger. They just have the full trim back further.
We get it. You're rich.
I'm not
It's
gonna.
not a measuring contest,
Oh
Nero.
my god!
We're gonna bypass that part. We're gonna. Just
It's
skip
not the
over that.
size of the manor that counts. Okay, well, we're gonna bypass that. That's fine.
Yes.
Cool.
So let us go to the. We want to check it out. I guess we want to check it out. We'll check it out there.
All right. Welcome.
Hey,
to
they
the
might have left something useful behind.
Possibly. So yeah, welcome to the Ivy Mansion. So unlike this picture, it's a little bit more decrepit, pretty much broken in many places. The doors are pretty much off its hinges. So you're pretty much able to go right inside if you wish.
We'll go inside.
All right. So as you go inside, it's very dusty, very dirty. A lot of the wood that's in there is warped from the rains and such. And like the boards are creaking underneath your feet. But it looks like this place has been abandoned for quite some time. The stairs leading up to the second floor are destroyed, so you're not really able to get up to the second floor. But you do see there is a door that appears to possibly go down to the cellar. But yeah, other than that, you're in the main hall of a mansion.
So, what would we like to do? Do we wish to go forward or go down?
I say down, work our way from the bottom up.
Excellent.
You know, I
And
actually
the
agree with
down might lead to a good place to rest if we need it.
Perhaps.
So y'all are just walking in here, just, hey, honey, I'm home.
I would like to perceive the area.
Go ahead and roll me a perception. Someone's thinking with their head.
Now it's like Meek literally just walked in. He's not really caring. Mainly because he's like, it's just a decrepit house. We'll be fine.
Starting strong.
Starting strong. Let's see.
Can I roll perception as well?
Sure.
Please.
Same.
Might as well.
Come on, guys. Make it a team effort.
Might as well. All right. Let me roll
There we
something.
go. 15. So we're total 18.
Cool. The place is pretty seems pretty abandoned. All you hear is your own footsteps creaking on the floorboards, but nothing out of the ordinary.
So, shall we head down?
Dirty
Might as
20.
well.
Dirty 20, same thing.
Yeah. I was like, might as well go and start heading down. I'm going to reach for the door that leads downstairs and open it.
Okay. You go reach for the door, and as you open it, you see it basically descend into darkness, almost giving you a flashback to the insanatorium of walking downstairs into the pitch black darkness there too. But this one is not filled with crazy gas.
Fair. So, sword still sheathed, but I'm going to put my shield in front of me. I'm just going to start slowly going down the stairs.
You make it down a couple steps when you just happen to glint of the light from outside off of your shield and downstairs. You see something green and circular.
Can I roll perception to see if I get a better look of it?
Yes.
All right.
I believe we all have dark vision as well.
I don't.
Yeah, he
Never
doesn't.
mind. So the one person who doesn't have dark vision is leading the group,
I'm going with the
as
shield.
evidenced by his 6.
Okay. as you were saying that, oh, I can help with that, and I'll give Eyes of Night to well, everyone else but me. Yeah. Oh yeah, up to 5 people.
Awesome.
So
Okay.
everyone else,
Um,
including Olivier.
fantastic. You look down these stairs, and as I said, Meek, you see this green orb, kind of a glassy orb in front of you. As soon as that the dark vision turns on for you, though,
Mm-hmm.
you see what's of the rest of it.
Okay.
There is a Nothic at the bottom of these stairs.
What was it called again?
A Nothic.
Can Meek roll to see if he knows what the fuck that is?
Sure, roll a nature for me.
Cool. That's a -1. That's going to go great. Son of a bitch. 16. Okay.
16, yeah.
I need to talk down on my dice more often.
So Nothics are aberrations.
Mm-hmm.
I will share in chat what they look like
Oh, lovely.
for your convenience. Let's see here.
That fucking thing. Okay.
that thing, yes.
I just Googled it to see what it looked like for myself because I don't think I've ever seen that in any book I own.
There we go. So that chat can see it, so that the stream can see it too. Yeah, so that is what a Nothic looks like. These
Now,
and while these are aberrations, you also know them to essentially be cursed arcanists. These are possibly tormented creatures that were tormented, basic arcanists that were tormented by Vecna, who basically through their own greed of magic turned into these creatures.
okay. Now, has this thing seen me coming down the stairs?
Oh yeah, you hear it start growling.
So,
and as you hear it start growling, you begin hearing the similar growls throughout the entryways in the shadows.
all right. So, do you remember that scene in Godzilla, the Matthew Broderick one, when he's like slowly backing up to back in the elevator and hitting the button to close the door?
Yeah.
That's Prince Meek right now. He's going to slowly walk back up the stairs, keeping the shield in front, going like, guys, maybe not a good idea to start downstairs.
And as you turn around within the entryway in the hall, you see more of these green eyes begin to appear.
I wasn't turning around. I was walking backwards.
Oh, yeah, but everybody else is seeing this now, too.
Fair.
I need everybody to roll initiative, please. Weird. Here. We might need to re-roll initiative here in a moment. Give me a second, because something odd is going on. There we go.
You're something odd.
But yeah. As I bring up the map, you see yourself surrounded by 5 Nothics who have made their lair in this mansion.
Lovely.
Nice.
Fantastic. So, to begin, let's see. This one is going to come up to you, Meek, and make 2 slashing claw attacks at you.
Go for it.
All right. Let's see. A 19.
That does hit. Now their attacks aren't considered magical, right?
That is correct.
Cool. So that's 6 points of damage because heavy armor mastery.
Hey, all right. So you take 6 points of damage, and then it's going to take a second slash at you. Which is going to miss.
Yep.
Awesome.
You just hear
As
nails
this-
on chalkboard on my shield.
As this creature comes up to you, and as it comes up to you, you see that eye now right up close. And you can tell the necrotic energy coming from it. It's pretty powerful.
Okay.
Nero, it's your turn.
Nero's gonna do what Nero does best, and he's gonna think about himself for a moment. As you see, like his hand, little like sparkles of lightning hit his hand, and as he pumps his chest 3 times, producing 3 mirror images of himself.
Very nice.
Okay, at least he didn't run away.
Yeah, it's like deuces, poof, gone. No, he's in this fight, but they don't know which one of them is him. So
Nice.
Fantastic.
as far as that goes, I think that's my only action for this round, because that was a 2nd level spell. So yeah.
Question for you.
Yeah.
And as you begin to cast this spell, you feel that you're able to tap into the power of this spell a bit deeper than you would be able to in the past. Would you like to double the duration of this spell?
Yes, please.
All right.
Let me view. It usually lasts for
It lasts for
1
1
minute,
minute.
so 2 minutes.
Yep. So it'll last for 2 minutes now.
Yeah, that'd be fantastic.
Fantastic.
If you're offering, no
Yeah.
strings attached,
You feel as you begin to cast, you can feel the magical energy in the area just coalesce into your spell as you cast it, and you're able to essentially double the duration.
Oh, that's because of the natural arcane.
Yes.
That's sick. Okay. Yeah, I'm cool with that.
Oh yeah. Yeah. And this is something that you feel, and that Tate you feel as well with your sorcerer and warlock abilities. This is only unfortunately this is only something that the sorcerers, warlocks, and wizards can feel. You feel like
Selfish
your magic,
bastards.
using the pure arcane energy in this area, you're able to augment your spells to be a little bit more powerful. And we'll get to some of those abilities here in a bit as we continue fighting, but that is one of them. You have the option of doubling the duration of your spells. So,
Okay with-
you cast that mirror image. So next, this Nothic that was actually inside the door. So it's going to make its way up. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. It's able to get to there. And Ednus, I need you to make a Constitution saving throw.
Okay. Just a moment. There it goes. There it is.
All right. You see as the green eye on this creature flashes, a bright green light in your direction. As you take 15 necrotic damage from it.
Ouch.
As you feel like your the stare is almost rotting you from the inside. Tate, it is your turn.
Has any of them been hit yet?
No.
Okay. Then I will run down to the southern one.
Okay.
This one right here.
Yes.
And give him the old 1-2.
Go for it.
A 25.
A 25 will hit.
So that's 10 plus 8. So 18.
10. 18 damage. Very nice. Very nice.
And then I'm assuming a 9 doesn't hit.
9 does not hit.
Swing and a miss.
Swing and a miss. Keep in mind, you do have that luck coin.
I'm going to save it.
Okay.
But what was that, like 15 feet?
Yes.
I'm going to do a little hop, a little skip, and come right back over here.
All right. It can't attack you because
Swashbuckler.
goddamn swashbuckler. Awesome.
Love it.
Gotta love the swashbuckler. Let's see here. Where is
Unlimited attack on, or unlimited advantage on attacks are pretty nice.
Oh yeah. Those are always very nice. This one is gonna come up right in between you two. It's gonna take a swing at Eden and then take a swing at Tate. So the first one is going to be towards Eden. 22. So you will take 9 slashing damage.
Ow.
And the one against Tate, dirty 20. So you'll take 6 slashing damage. All right. Oh, I forgot to put Olivier
Oh no.
into the scene. Where would you like Olivier to be in your grouping up here?
Weirdly, I probably would have put him where I am, but sort of surrounded. But
Yeah.
But
You can always put him in the top right corner next to you, right next to Edna's.
yeah,
Okay, yeah, we'll put him there. Cool. So it is Olivier's turn. And Olivier is going to... You know, it worked in his last fight. So he's... Actually, no. He's going to... he's going to copy Nero and cast Mirror Image on himself as well.
All of the versions of me look at him and go like, yeah.
You see 3 duplicate copies of Olivier pop up. They turn to you, and you see them all put their thumbs up as well.
Love it.
Fantastic. So Olivier also has mirror image set up. Next up, this one that is feeling a bit damaged. It's gonna stay where it is, and Tate, I need you to make a Constitution saving throw. "13. You see its eye flash as well as you feel the necrotic energy seeping into you, but you are able to basically hold your own and shrug off any damage. Meek,
Nice.
it's your turn.
Cool. Well, thankfully, one of them decided to come to me, and especially where you said, like, I felt nothing but the necrotic energy coming off of them.
Mm-hmm.
It's probably a good sign that there's no redeeming these guys. Like, no way to get them back.
Absolutely not. These are essentially creatures of Vecna now.
Yep, cool. Figure I double check. So so now I'll finally draw my sword,
Mm-hmm.
and we're gonna snack number 4, who's right there in front of me.
Fantastic. Go for it.
First attack.
17 will hit.
Cool. That's gonna be 4 damage there.
4 damage.
Second attack. 15.
Meets it, beats it.
Nice. And then
So that's 7 more damage.
Yep. Bonus action.
Are we getting a smite?
Yeah, we're gonna do a thunderous smite on it.
Ooh, okay.
So it needs to make a strength saving throw.
Fantastic. Strength saving.
And I'm gonna go ahead and roll the thunder damage.
Yep. 16.
Hold on, I gotta pull it up this way because
Oh yeah.
it's a little weird about pulling up my spell save DCs. What do you roll?
16.
Beat it by 1.
Oh.
Well, it still takes a full damage. It just doesn't get knocked prone.
Yep. So go ahead and roll the damage.
Yep. That's another 9 thunder.
As you hit it, you hear this thunderous smack come out of your sword as you slice through this.
I didn't know we had Thundercats.
It's able to still hold its footing standing here in this place. But it is hurting for sure.
Yeah. And then what I'll do there, just free action, we go on. It's your misery's almost over.
It says and respond.
Yep, and that's all I got.
Fantastic. Eden, it's your turn.
Yay. Had a lot of time. So I'm going to just cast Inflict Wounds on the one in front of me.
Fantastic. Go for it.
Just see if it...
That'll hit
15.
for 15 damage. As you see, it's a melee attack, right? It's a melee spell.
Yeah.
So as you put your hands out onto this creature, by the way, it's a little bit. Well, wait a minute. You're a warforged, so you probably wouldn't feel this, but it's pretty slimy as you touch it.
I think there would be a bit of.
Yeah. But as you do so, you see around where your hands are placed, cuts and slashes begin to form on this Nothic, as it begins to grow wounds. And as gross as that sounds, I think I just grossed myself out saying that. All
Oof.
right.
And that is, I'm not going to move, so I will stay right here.
Awesome.
Yay.
This Nothic is going to come down to Meek and attempt to take 2 slashes at Meek. So let's see how this goes. First attack. It's going to miss. Second attack. Dirty 20. Meek, do you have anything in response before you take your damage?
No, because I don't have anything reactionary.
Gotcha. All right. You're going to take 8 slashing damage.
Which is going to be 5 because heavy armor master.
That is correct.
Thank God for that.
Yeah, that was a good pickup.
Mm-hmm.
Ednus, you're up.
All right. First things first, as a bonus action, I'm going to cast Spiritual Weapon, and I'm going to have it manifest right next to the Nothic in the by Nothic 3.
Nothic 3. Gotcha. So you're going to have it manifest right next to Nothic 3?
Yep.
Cool. I will put something into here for you to act as your spiritual weapon for the time being. So there you go. So yeah, your spiritual weapon's out. Are you going to attack with it right away?
Yes.
All right, go ahead and
Yep.
roll the attack.
Come on.
I need to remember, I need to put, at least on yours and Eden's, an actual button to roll this attack later. That will hit for 4
fortunately.
damage.
Let me see what the math is. It's actually 6 damage.
6 damage. All right. As this spiritual hammer comes and hits this creature, you see it begin to bleed.
All right. Now, for the one that's decided to get started by most of my companions.
Mm-hmm. The one that's basically the one that is surrounded.
Yes.
All right.
I'm going to attack it with Zespara.
You are going to miss. 14 does not hit.
Okay. Oh, that just means I don't get to smite it.
Sorry. But is that it for you today? For this?
I'm gonna step forward and make sure that the one that did the stare at me can't flank Olivier.
Gotcha. As you move that way, the Nothic that is surrounded by everyone is going to take an attack of opportunity on you since you are moving out of its range.
That's fine.
And 17 does not hit you. So
No,
you're
it does
able-
not.
So you're able to move out of its way pretty easily. All right. So next, I
And
believe it's this one. Yeah. This one is going to stay right here. Nero, I need you to make a Constitution saving throw. As you see its eye flash green.
So 25.
Yeah, you two are able to shrug off the necrotic energy as it tries to stare into your soul and your inner thoughts.
Joke's on you. My soul's already dead.
Gotta love it. Gotta love an emo party. All right. And Nero, it is your turn.
You know, when I was a young boy, my father, he took me into the city.
Fun
Sorry, I'll
fact.
stop.
I'm going to add this to my own personal homebrew, but I was going through TikTok and I found somebody who made a warlock patron, a warlock subclass called the Black Parade. I need to actually put that into my homebrew collection and share it with y'all. It's amazing.
I want to create one now. That'd be amazing.
Right?
Holy cow.
Next campaign. I think for shits and giggles, I'll do a campaign where everyone plays homebrew subclasses.
That's awesome.
Just to kind of do a showcase. I think that'll be fun.
Heck yeah.
Actually, I think it would go well with one of the ones that I told you about. Yeah.
I know which one you're talking about.
Yes. Okay, cool. Anyway, it's your turn.
Okay, so would you say Nothic 4, 1, and 2 are all in somewhat of a straight line?
Nothic 4, 1, and 2. Let me see. Not quite. Nothic 4 and 1 are. I'm assuming you're gonna try to lightning bolt.
Yes.
How wide is the lightning bolt?
It is 100-foot line, 5 foot wide.
Yeah, so you'd only be able to get 2 of them, either 1 and 2 or 1 and 4.
Okay, so I'm going to move here.
Okay.
And yeah, he's just gonna hands together, all the electricity kind of pouring into one single spot into the middle of his hands. As it just grows brighter and brighter, and it's and blasts between the two of them.
Fantastic.
So if that does land, it's 35 damage.
35.
They need to make a dexterity saving throw.
Fantastic. I am going to like I said, you begin to charge up this lightning bolt and you feel again the arcane energy coalescing into this spell. The first thing you're going to notice when you cast this is the accuracy that you are able to cast this with. As let's see here. As you notice, they roll with disadvantage against it. Gotta love it, right?
When I was a young boy, my father took me into the city to see a lightning bolt.
Yep, I love it.
So 1 fails, 1 passes.
Right, so the one that... Oh, I see. It says their name on it. Cool.
Yeah. Now, the second thing I'm going to tell you that you notice. Oh, well, actually, first, go ahead and roll me a D100. So if you do R/R space D100. Okay. You feel as if the energy can feel the effect more, but it's not taking at this point. It seems a little bit more rare that something else can happen. Last thing I'm going to tell you. See those damage dice?
Yes.
You get the feeling you're able to power your spell even further. I am going to allow you to re-roll up to 4 of those damage dice if you wish. You have to use the new rolls.
Oh, okay. Yeah, you know what? Let's do it.
Okay.
Nothing wagered, nothing gained.
Yes.
So it's 1, 2, 3, 4 of them. So I'm going to replace all the 3s with whatever this pops up here.
So the 3, 3, 2, and you only had 2 3s and a 2.
Okay, so 2, 3, 3, and a 5. I'm going to replace.
Okay, and you could do up to 4. You don't have to do 4.
Oh. Well, what are the odds? What are the odds of that? What? Wait, no. Wait.
This energy that you're pulling in, you realize you can make your thing a little bit more powerful, but you don't know how to control it just right. So while the main part of the beam is pretty accurate, you see like small little bolts flying off of it that is taking some of the energy away. So
I'm sorry, I'm made of metal. I'm sorry, I'm made of metal.
Yeah.
Technically, if it's going to hit anybody, it's going to be Meek. So
so that's going to be minus. I'm assuming you're just going to do the 3, the 2 3s and the 2. Okay.
Yep.
So that's going to be -2 minus. So he's still going to do 30 damage.
That's pretty good.
That's still really good. Good thing you picked the smaller ones.
Yeah. God damn it.
Yeah.
Hey,
it was a good
Kellen,
effort.
I'm gonna have some words with you later about your freaking dice cursed.
Oh, at this point, it ain't my curse.
Yeah. So Nothic number 1, the one that's further back, is going to take half damage at 15. But the one directly in front of you, tell me how it dies by your lightning bolt.
Oh, if it's directly in front of me, I am going to, like I said, I'm charging it up in my hands, and I'm purposefully waiting for it to like act. I mean, I'm sitting holding it, waiting for it to get close to me, so I just go right into his eye. The last thing it sees is just my hands with white light energies right through his head.
Wow.
You see
Finger poke of doom.
when the smoke and lightning settles, you just see this hole in its head, seeing straight through to the other Nothic as this Nothic collapses.
Yeah, I have my fingers pointing out afterwards, and I just kind of.
Yeah. Which was great because 30 damage was what you needed to kill it.
Yes. First kill of the night.
First kill of the night. Well done.
Amateur.
So let me go ahead. I am going to hide that one. Whoop, wait, no, I did not mean to hide that one. I meant to hide.
Oh, and I looked it up. The odds of rolling 4 1s on D6 die is 1 in 1,296. So.
Go buy a lottery ticket.
Yeah.
Yeah. Seriously, though. Go buy a lottery ticket now.
That was, oh my God.
I mean, yeah. I'm just working on getting this one deleted.
No, those 4 1s wouldn't have been as bad if that was damage you're about to receive.
Yeah. That is very, very true. But yeah, that Nothic is dead. All right. And some of this got out of order because of dumb things. So I'm going to move this one down to here, I believe. Yep, that's where it was. Cool. All right, Nero, did you have anything else to do? Nothing?
I think that's. I'm looking at my stuff, and I think that's all I can do right now.
All right, just double checking.
Yep.
All right, so this Nothic that Eden, I'm sorry, that Ednis just approached, just saw its buddy just get evaporated. And it's gonna take 2 swings at Ednis.
And it's going to miss. I hope.
We'll we'll see. We'll see. Yeah, the first one's gonna miss with a natural 1. The second one is 19.
Needs it,
believe
beats
we'll-
it.
Yep. So you're gonna take 6 points of slashing damage.
Okay.
All right. Tate, you are up. As you watched your buddy throw a bolt of lightning across the room at a very, very powerful, more powerful than you've seen him do it before.
So Tate is gonna take off running, and he's gonna like run between Eden and Meek.
All right.
And as he's running through, he's gonna make eye contact with Nero and give him one of these. And then he's gonna swing on that last Nothic.
All right, go for it. Let's do your worst.
22
That'll hit for 12 damage.
plus
Plus another 7.
so 19.
19.
But wait, there's more.
There's always more with you.
I can do so many things.
I know.
16.
That'll hit
Nice.
for another 8 damage.
Another 8.
That it's still up. It's still crawling around. It is hurting though. You can see it's barely able to stand on its legs. But it is still standing.
I'll just stay here.
Cool. Sounds good. Nothic number 5. Which one is he? That will be the one that was surrounded by multiple people, but is no longer completely surrounded.
Yeah.
It is going to take a swing at Eden and then a swing at Olivier.
Oh no.
So Eden, I believe a 15 will miss you.
Misses.
Yep. And then it's going to swing at Olivier.
Don't you hurt my boy.
It's going to
Quite a
miss
lot.
Olivier.
They also have the mirror image, so that's just so you know. But
Yeah.
it doesn't matter.
yeah.
But
It doesn't matter. With his mage armor, it misses.
nice.
Yeah, Olivier's a bit of a tank because he has mage armor, mirror image, and his arcane ward.
Mm.
So,
Mm.
but he's also a pacifist.
Aw.
So, all right. So next up, it's actually Olivier's turn. As he is going to cast. You know what? Again, it worked well in the last fight he had. So why not try it again? And he is going to cast hold. Oh no, he can't cast that. Never mind, because it's not a person. It's not a humanoid. Um,
Oh no.
They're a humanoid aberration.
it doesn't really work like that. He is actually going to cast. He's going to cast sleep on
Wait.
the Nothics. So for sleep, that is 5d8.
All right.
For a total of 20 hit points. He is. Let's see here. Who is going to fall asleep? As you see, actually, the one in front of Tate, unfortunately, is the only one that ends up falling asleep with 20 hit points. So you see this Nothic like fall and like curl up while bleeding a lot. Yeah, we have that. Next up, the Nothic by the spiritual weapon is going to move around the weapon to this side so that it doesn't provoke. Actually, no, it is going to take. Does the spiritual weapon get an attack of opportunity? No, it does not. That's right. So it's going to go 5, 10, 15, 15, 20, 25, 30. It's going to move all the way up to here, and it's going to take a swipe at Meek and a swipe at Nero.
Will it though?
Will it though? That is a good question. Will it actually? So the first one is at Meek, which is a 20.
Yep, that hits for 3 damage once you count for heavy armor.
Awesome. And then the second one is gonna roll against Nero. It's still
So I
gonna
rolled a-
miss. It doesn't
Yeah.
even hit your mirror image.
Nice. I was gonna say that doesn't even hit the AC of a mirror image. So
Nope. So you're good. You're fine. These things are not doing well. Meek, it is your turn.
Okay, I'm going to go for the one that's right up here, Nothic 1, because it's the closest.
All right.
Nothic one is
First
asleep.
attack. It's going to miss anyway.
You. So it is.
Oh, it's asleep. That's right. So it would be
It'll be
hold on.
with advantage.
Yeah, so let me just go ahead and roll again. I forgot about that. I was saying the sleep part, like, didn't want to wake it up.
That'll hit.
Yeah, 17 for 4.
How? So you're going against Nothic 1.
Yes.
How do you kill it?
Oh, it's just going to be clean decapitation. 8.
It's sleeping on the
Meek-
ground and it's just killing its.
Meek's going to make it as merciful as possible.
All right. So yeah,
Wow.
that it had 3 hit points left. So
Cool. And then Nothic 2 and Nothic 3 are still up, right?
yes.
Okay, it's hard to tell because they're invisible right now on the map.
Oh, that's weird. Sorry. I did that.
You're good. I figure it's just alchemy being alchemy.
Yep,
I had
it's
to
alchemy
refresh.
being alchemy.
To get the
All right. Well, I'll move up to next to Nothic 2 then. Right? Yeah. To do my second attack.
All right. Go ahead and roll that attack.
Nope.
Nope, that's not going to hit.
And do I have any bonus action? Nothing I feel like using. So that's my turn.
That is your turn. All right. It's not showing on the screen, but you have 3 Nothics left. Let me try something here. See if it'll reset.
I was gonna say, yeah, I refresh it too, and I see him now.
Yeah, we'll figure it out later. But yeah, so that Nothic, it will not hit that Nothic. Eden, it's your turn. You have 2 Nothics near you.
Yay!
Desperately trying to hit you and failing miserably.
Right. I'm going to. I don't want to hit that
Have a
guy.
lovely bunch of coconuts.
Right. I'm just going to Nothic 5. I'm just going to do another. I'm going to try another inflict wounds on it.
Go for it.
Let's see if it hits. Hits for 20.
That's going to hit.
12 necrotic damage.
Fantastic. It takes the full 12. You see as the wounds begin to grow on its body, and now it seems to be bleeding a lot more. It's hurting.
Yes. You should die soon.
Yeah. Anything
I
else?
Nope, that's all.
Cool. Edness, you and your spiritual weapons turn.
Well, the spiritual weapon will move up to the guy that's next to Eden and Olivier.
Yep. There you go. And I assume it's going to attack.
Yes.
Cool.
Just let it go.
That'll definitely hit
Okay.
for 6 more damage, I believe.
Yes, because it's +4, not +2.
That is correct. Yeah, it hits it pretty square in the head. Still hurting, but still up, still kicking.
All right. If I can get the thing to cooperate with me,
Mm-hmm.
Eden's going to move to flank you. There it goes.
All right. And I'm assuming you're going to attack?
Yes.
Cool.
When I can get things to cooperate.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's going to hit.
All right. And sorry, I was trying to roll it with advantage.
Oh, you're able to if when you go to hit, there should be a when it says use, you would click and hold that button and drag it up. So,
Well, it wasn't shown that, but I'm also gonna throw a level 1 smite.
okay. So a 16, and what is your smite is your bonus action, right?
Yeah.
No, it's part of the attack. I'm using divine smite.
Let me double check something real quick. Oh yeah, you're right. It's not part of. It's not a. It's a bonus action in new D&D. That's right.
Oh, that. Oh.
Yeah, that's right. That's why we
Because
all hate it.
Yeah, in 2024, it's a bonus action because you're using a spell called Divine Smite, where I'm sacrificing a spell slot to do Divine Smite as no action.
So yeah, so you do the 16 smite damage and also roll the regular damage of the weapon because you still do regular damage.
It already did. I did 4.
Oh, okay. So you do a
Oh
total.
wait.
No, you didn't do 4.
Oh, never mind. It didn't roll the attack properly at all.
Mhm. Nope. So just roll the damage.
All right. I'm looking what it would be up so I can do the math correctly. Of course, D&D Beyond being slow.
If it's a long sword, it's 1d8 if you're doing one-handed, or 1d10 if you're doing two-handed.
Uh,
Yep, there we go. So you do 5 damage with it.
and I had 3 to that.
Well, no, you rolled a 2 for your damage, and so plus 3 will be 5.
Oh, gotcha. So 21 points of damage. 16
All right,
of it being radiant.
Yep, you do a decent amount of damage as your smite comes down on this. It's knocked around pretty good, but it's still standing. All right. Nero.
I was gonna be like, wait a minute, isn't there a Nothic between Ednus and me? Like, oh no, wait, he's dead.
No.
So I'm standing next to Nothic 3. It looks like.
Yes, you are.
I think I'm going to summon a 3rd level chromatics orb.
Okay.
In my hand, and sort of it's the best way to do it. Okay, so statistically speaking, the best way to throw a ball is like the softball method, where you just kind of whip it and that hurt.
Yeah.
Whip it and throw your hand underneath. So I'm going to do that. I'm going to chromatic orb in my hand and then just whip it and throw it straight into his gut.
Okay.
I'm good. That's a dirty 20.
Dirty 20 will hit for 33 damage. Let me see something real quick. Go ahead and roll me the D100 again.
That's right. So /R D100.
Yeah.
6. Oh boy.
As
What's
you go and whip this around, you feel as the chromatic orb kind of grows in your hand. And for a split second, as you're whipping it around, you notice you now have 2 chromatic orbs in your hand. Would you like them both to hit the same creature, or would you like the second one to hit something else?
I
Something
think
else.
I'm gonna
Hit
have
something else.
Yeah, I was gonna say I'm gonna have one hit Nothic 3 and one hit Nothic 5.
Fantastic.
If only because he's standing next to my boy Olivier.
Fantastic. Yeah, because you essentially hit the 20% chance to have your spell cast twice. Fantastic. So go ahead and roll the spell again against Nothic 5.
I love this area. All right. Ooh, it's only a 12.
Only a 12. So the second one goes a bit wide, as this is new to you. You didn't realize that your orb was going to split off into 2 different things. But the first one, you are able to get right into the gut. What element are you using?
Oh, that's right. I can choose.
Yeah.
Let's stay on brand and stick with lightning.
Fantastic. Yeah. How do you kill that one?
Just like I was saying, just softball, pitch it straight, and I aim right for like middle of the chest area.
Fantastic. You basically penetrate right into his chest as the lightning orb goes off, and it just explodes everywhere.
Ew, poor Eden.
Really?
Yes.
Right next to me. That's awesome. Thanks.
You're welcome.
Yes. So that
I'm
that
gonna make
Nothic,
eyes with the other one that's by Olivier and just be like,
something else you notice when you throw that chromatic orb. How far is the distance for chromatic orb? What's the range?
60, I think.
90.
90.
Yep.
When you throw it, it goes wide, and you see as the orb continues flying off into the sky a lot further than you've been able to throw it before. So just FYI, you are allowed to also double the range of your spells in this
So
area.
duration, range.
Duration, range, reroll up to 4 damage dice. Creatures have disadvantage on spell effects, and you have a chance of casting it twice.
That's fantastic. I love this place. This is my new favorite place. Oh my god.
Look, when you're in a place that housed such powerful wizards for so long, and one of the biggest arcane battles of all time happened here, yes, the inherent arcane magic around here is going to power things up. So the Nothic that is between Meek and Edness is looking pretty scared right now. But it's gonna take a swing at Meek and then take a swing at Edness. So first one is against Meek. Not gonna hit. Second one is against Edness. Not gonna hit. Tate, it is your turn.
Yeah, try to hit the 2 tanks of the party.
Mm-hmm.
So the Nothics disappeared for me again.
Okay, so there is a Nothic between Meek and Edness. And there is one basically corner of Eden and Olivier.
Okay. So the one that's by Olivier, because he's my little dude. Since I've been seeing Nero having extra fun with his magic, I'm gonna give mine a shot.
All right.
So I'm gonna hit it with 2 Eldritch Blasts.
Go for it. Roll your attack.
By the way, Rico, they're also missing on the stream.
I understand that. There are issues.
I'm assuming the 12 misses.
12 misses, the 17 hits. Go ahead and roll me the D100.
What is it? /R?
/R space D100.
And you try quadruple cast it.
46.
Unfortunately, it does not cast twice.
Lame.
But I'm assuming you're not going to want to reroll that 8 damage.
Nah.
Yeah. You feel the same energy, just so you know. You finally understand now what Nero is experiencing with it. But your skill with that second Eldritch Blast was so good, you don't need to do anything to it.
Fair enough.
You do see the first one blast off into the sky really, really far.
Hell yeah. He's just pretty stoked. He's gonna look back at Nero. I did it.
It's this place, right? Oh my god, that looks awesome.
I see why you do it. It feels so good.
It really does.
It It's hurting. It is hurting.
Don't get too addicted, boys. We're not going to be here for long.
But the magic.
I would hate to face Vecna here.
That Nothic, after getting whipped by that Eldritch Blast, Tate, I need you to make a Constitution saving throw as it flashes its green eye at you.
$12.
And yet again, you're able to shrug it off. Well done. Y'all are rolling well. Next up.
Oh, except for those of us that have taken damage from that.
Oh, yeah. True. So next up is Olivier. What is Olivier going to do? Y'all are doing so well. So it is Olivier is going to
Cast Fireball?
No. He's a pacifist. He doesn't have that spell. But he is going to cast Misty Step. And he is going to teleport Whoop, not that one.
Away from danger.
He is going to teleport out into the hallway towards the exit. And hide.
Nice.
If he was able to use another spell, he would probably also use invisibility at this point, but he can't. Meek, it's your turn.
All right, so 2 is still up. That the only one left? Yeah. Nope. Where's 5?
5 is right next to Eden.
Okay, there it is. Cool. Just double checking. Well, I'm going to go for 2 because he's right there in front of me.
Yep.
Swinging. That's 18 for 4 damage.
That'll hit.
All right. I'm going to Searing Smite it now.
All right.
For another 4 fire damage, and he makes a con save to avoid being on fire.
All right. So it takes another 4 damage. And it needs to make a con save.
Mm-hmm.
Constitution saving throw. Let's see here. It's going to pass it.
All right. Well, like I said, those are damage. It's not on fire.
All right.
And then we're going to swing at it again.
Go for it.
Finish it.
Nope. And that's my turn.
Eden, it's your turn.
I have to remember to mute over on this side and not the other one.
All good. The one standing in front of you is looking really, really hurt.
Well, we'll just do a simple Toll the Dead.
All right.
See if it just needs to make a wisdom saving throw.
Wisdom saving throw. DC 16. Let's see how it does. Wisdom saving throw.
Wow.
Oh, it passes it. With a +0.
I know. Wow.
Oof.
Anyway, so you hear the bell, and I'm like, "Why? How are you still? How
He's
are
like,
you still standing?"
like he is hurting. He can barely
I know.
speak.
Eh,
So, in whatever.
fine.
Yeah.
I guess if it's meant to be, it'll be.
It'll happen when it happens.
Yeah.
Ednus, it's your turn.
Oh, first we're going to have the spiritual weapon attack.
Mm-hmm. Go for it. $14 does not hit.
All right. Well, then I'm going to attack the one between me and Meek.
Go for it. Let's see how this goes.
It's not letting me get it to drag for some reason.
Well, even without advantage, 24 will hit. So you will do 11 damage to it.
And it's still standing?
It is still standing. It's really hurt now.
Well, I'm about to fix that
Smite.
with another level 1 Divine Smite.
Go for it.
If I get it right. Damn it.
Let's see what we got. 5 damage. Tell me how you killed this thing.
I'm just gonna knock its head off into the middle next week.
You go ahead and you swing Zespar as you slice through it. And as you get through its neck, you see as your Divine Smite powers off, as even though you're slashing sideways, the head pops off upward and shoots into the air as you decapitate this thing.
Yeah, up in the air is next week.
Yep. But yeah, it is dead.
By the way, we all know that Goose let the dogs out.
Yeah. All right. Nero. There's one left. Standing right next to Eden. And it's your turn. And it's looking bad.
It's looking pretty bad.
It's looking really bad.
Okay, so I think he's gonna go back to his old mainstay, and he's gonna look at Eden and be like, "Hey, Eden, what's my favorite kind of waterfowl?" And go, "Duck!" And he's gonna fire a chaos bolt.
All right. Go ahead and cast your spell.
How'd 21 hit?
21 will hit for 18 damage. Describe how you destroy this thing. That has 3 hit points left.
So one of the two numbers, I have a 7 and a 1 that I can choose from. The 7 is psychic.
Okay.
And so I'm gonna choose psychic to do the psychic damage to it.
Okay.
So yeah, it's gonna smack right into his head, and I'm going to make him relive all of the memories that he had right before he got corrupted by Vecna, until it just fries his brain.
Yeah, you see as this happens, it's single
And now
eye.
we're committing war crimes.
It's
Well, no one else knows this.
Its single eye on its face begins to go black, and it begins letting out a screech of pain before its head just goes pop, and it falls to the ground dead. And we are out of combat.
Well, that was a thing.
You
It's weird,
stepped
my
into a
lightning doesn't
Nothic
usually do
lair.
that.
Mhm.
5 Nothics lay at your dead Nothics lay at your feet.
How did we see so much and so little eyes at the same time?
I don't think we were looking for them.
Can I run to the door and just look out into the field to see if our battle got the attention of the living spells?
Nope. Well, yes, you can, but
Oh, I was gonna say okay.
no, yeah, you can run to the door and check it out. You don't see any odd activity. The spells are still roaming. You see a couple of them maybe come a little closer, but they don't seem to be interested or anything. They're just attracted to the large concentration of magic that was happening, but
Oh,
they're not
okay.
giving you any mind. It's like, oh, hey, there's more magic. I'm going to move over here. That's it.
I'm gonna convey that to all of the spellcasters in our party and just be like,
Mhm.
okay, so they seem to be drawn to that a little bit. So it kind of looks at his hands that are all like charred from the lightning. He's like, maybe we should not do 3rd level lightning spells willy nilly.
I mean, perhaps.
Perhaps.
Maybe arcane casters can not get so addicted to the rush of power here. That would be
I mean,
that might
it
be a
felt
good
good
idea.
though.
I'm
felt
sure it
really
felt
good.
amazing. I wouldn't know anything about it other than the splatters of Nothic on me.
I don't have prestidigitation. I'm sorry, I can't clean you up.
Olivier will take care of that for you.
Oh,
Thank you,
see,
Olivier.
we will die defending our boy.
Yes,
He's the best.
Olivier is good boy.
He is goodest boy.
Oh boy. Well, we could continue looking around if we wished. Are not. I'm just thinking of what do we like? What
Well,
would
we
we
didn't
like?
really get to explore what was downstairs without being interrupted.
That's fair.
Okay. So I'm assuming you're going to try to go downstairs again?
Mm, maybe slower and with more vigilance. That would be much appreciated.
All right. Well, you go ahead and
Agnes will take lead this time.
yeah, no, yeah. So you head on down. You don't notice any other creatures down there or anything. It's actually pretty empty in the basement. It's a pretty small cellar. But you do see what looks like a pile of stuff. It looks like as if they were like collecting things and like putting it all here as kind of like a hoard getting started, but they didn't really collect too much. But they've collected a few things.
If you don't mind, I will do.
I'll do a little rummaging.
Okay.
Well, I can just cast detect magic.
Well, just because.
You wouldn't want to do that in this area.
Oh, that's right. We get blinded. Never mind.
Yeah,
didn't
yeah,
cast
you're right.
that.
You're not gonna.
Wait. Never mind. I forgot about that last time. That was the thing.
Yeah. So what you
and guidance onto the person doing investigation.
Yeah. Well, in this pile, what you find, you find a pretty pristine looking ring. You find what, let's see. You find a spell book. you find what looks like a long horn with a lion's head at the end of it, like a carved lion's head at the end. And you find an antique brooch. And looking at the brooch, it has carved into it the initials BH.
This probably belongs to Baba.
Possibly.
But other than that, it's quiet down here, and you don't find anything else.
So we have a ring, a spell book, a longhorn with a lion's head, and an antique brooch.
That is correct. The book looks the spell book looks like it was essentially somebody else's spell book. It has a bunch of different spells in it.
I will go to Olivier and say, "Is this something you think you might want to look at?"
And he goes, "Oh, ooh, I can create more cards with this."
Oh, wait, okay.
Essentially, he can copy the spells out of it and add them to his own spellbook. Spellbook. It's essentially all the spells.
Spell deck.
Yeah, spell deck. It's basically all the spells that can be found for the mage creature.
Hmm.
So now you can finally have Fireball.
If you wanted it.
If you wanted it and you wanted to use it.
Yeah.
Yep.
Or if someone else wanted to.
I mean, it's just a book to anybody else. It can't really be used by anybody else.
That's what I figured.
So
Wizards are the only arcane casters that use spell books outside of Artificer.
Yep. All right.
We'll take the things, I guess.
Okay. Yep. When you find a place away from here, you'll be able to cast Detect Magic and Identify. Oh, you can still cast Identify on it. You don't have to use that to see if it's magical.
I can do that. I'll do the longhorn.
Okay. That, my friend, is a horn of blasting.
Hold on.
Go on.
It is such a blast.
You can use an action to speak the horn's command word and then blow the horn, which emits a thunderous blast in a 30-foot cone that is audible 600 feet away. Each
Whoa.
creature in the cone must make a DC 15 Constitution saving throw. On a failed save, a creature takes 5d6 thunder damage and is deafened for 1 minute. On a successful save, they take half damage and aren't deafened. Creatures and objects made of glass or crystal have disadvantage on the saving throw and take 10d6 thunder damage instead of 5d6. Each use of the horn has a 20% chance of causing the horn to explode. The explosion deals 10d6 fire damage to the blower and destroys the horn.
Oh.
It's a blast.
My God.
So you know how there are some people who are like, oh, I can't be trusted in casinos. Oh, I can't be trusted at bars. Nero hears this and he's just like, I can't be trusted with that thing. Yeah.
This would have been helpful to have when we were dealing with that crystal.
Yeah. I appreciate your understanding of yourself, Nero. Oh my.
All right.
If I think we have time. I can ritually cast it again to do
Yeah.
the.
You essentially you don't hear much coming from the house or anything. You've it gets the feeling that anything that was in here you've already killed. So you're pretty safe now.
Okay,
Um.
I'll do the ring,
All right.
and yeah. I mean, I'm gonna do everything, but I'll just go ahead and do the ring first next.
Yeah. I'll
It's a ring of
just
invisibility.
so I'll just tell you for the rest of the three things. The brooch is not magical.
Okay.
The spell book is a spell book. It used to be somebody's spell casting focus.
Mhm.
Nothing unusual about that. The ring is a ring of protection.
Ah.
You gain a +1 bonus to AC and saving throws while wearing this ring.
And so that everyone understands how identify spell works for Eden, like literally, Eden spends like 10 minutes looking at the thing and then goes blank, and then these words come out, and that's what like it says exactly what it is and gives like all the details, kind of like a computer would.
You're basically a label maker.
That part, although it doesn't. It's not a like a big long piece of sort of just she's actually saying the words. So that is what we have. We have the horn of blasting and the ring of protection.
All right.
I guess the real question right now is who wants to be Boromir?
Who?
Boromir?
Who?
Who's Boromir?
I don't know. It's just a name.
It's just a name you came up with.
Yeah, I just made it up right now.
It feels like a Boromir, right?
Yep.
He sounds like a pretty lucky guy, like something that nothing ever bad happens to him.
I mean, he was real lucky for a while.
Yeah, that's true. Really strong-willed, you know?
Yeah.
So
Who's got the lowest AC?
that's a good question.
Ooh.
Olivier's is 11 without his mage armor.
Are we just gonna give everything? I think we should give everything to Olivier.
Wait, Olivier.
Olivier would be the least likely to use the horn of blasting.
Yeah, the Horn of Blasting will stay in his pouch and he'll never use it. He will definitely use the Ring of Protection, obviously.
Yeah. Yes.
Or the other option is to, because Eden, yours is pretty high, right?
Yes, mine is 19.
And Edness is pretty high, right?
Also 19.
I would give it to Meek.
I was just gonna say it might be a good idea.
Meek is also a 19.
Oh,
Well, shit.
No,
then give it to me.
No, I'm an 18.
see,
Ah.
you can be part of the 19 club.
I'm a 15.
And as a reminder, it does require attunement for the ring.
Yep.
So
Well, if you don't take the ring, I say Meek should have the horn.
Meek, would you use the horn?
Can Meek blow?
I'm sorry, I don't know why I laughed at that.
Don't worry, I started laughing too. You're not alone there, Riku. Let me...
I wait. Does
Like,
it actually? Do you
Do his
actually need
lungs
blow?
work?
I mean,
Because he doesn't need to breathe doesn't mean he can't.
That's fair.
It just means magical or anything that would affect breathing wouldn't apply to him. Or even for that matter.
Can't be suffocated.
Yeah. I will say we can. We
Or
can
drown,
use,
for that matter.
we can use it. It's just a thing. I do think it's funny though. Like, you can't breathe, so you can't use the horn because you need to blow.
It's canon.
Mhm. All right.
But that's I am fine with giving the ring to either Meek or Tate. They tend to
Us-
be ones in the fray often.
I ain't fair.
Well, here's the trade-off. I also have shield.
But still only works if you're getting hit.
I mean, that's when I would need the AC too, because otherwise, well, yeah.
And it only lasts for so long.
Who knows how long it'll last around here?
Well, we're not going to be here forever though.
I mean, maybe.
We're probably gonna.
You might not be here forever.
You don't know me.
Well, being
We
even-
can't defeat Vecna if we stay here for the rest of eternity.
But if we stay here, will it matter?
Oh God, no! We're not having that conversation right now. No. No.
Oh, boy.
Meek, you were saying?
I was gonna say I'd rather not have an item that might blow up my face. I may be dead, doesn't mean I want to be dead again.
It is a chance.
This is
Here.
and out of character. This is my luck we're talking about still.
Oh, that's true.
Give him the ring. I'll take the horn.
Okay. Done.
Cool. All right. But yeah, there's nothing really left in this.
And also, we don't have ruined Rico's campaign by just staying in one spot.
I will run you out of this town. I will find a way to run you out of town.
Complete
I-
fourth wall
and-
break.
And Eden will just hold on to the brooch. I think just to have.
Cool.
I think I know who it belongs to, but I don't know how I'm gonna. The only way to get it to them is to go back and shrink, potentially. But
Mm-hmm.
it's a thought.
You're already on another mission for her, so you can also return it when you come back again.
That too. I'll hold on to the brooch.
Cool. But yeah, other than that, this mansion is bare. Like anything that was in here has been taken. Just those items. Those items aren't from around here. They were pretty much brought here by the Nothics to kind of create a horde. Otherwise, even with all the looking you might do, there's really nothing. There's just broken walls. Even all like the books and papers are gone. Chances are the Harpells took them with them. So there's nothing really else to look. There's really nothing else in here. I'll put it that way. And you can't get to the second floor.
I say
I
we did.
could.
Technically, yes, you can.
I get what you're saying. There's nothing
Yeah.
there.
Yeah. This is subtle hint. There's nothing else here.
Get to the second floor.
I was
Oh,
about
no,
to say
the
I
floor
could
gives out.
cast mending on the stairs.
Oh, that was Let's not do that. I think we're good. I think we can leave this place, or at least this manor or
Mhm.
mansion or whatever.
Tate's gonna walk over from like rummaging in like some like boxes or something. Hey guys, I think this house is tapped.
So, all right. With finishing looking through this mansion, what would you like to do now?
The temple.
Well, first would be Triboar, because you have to pass through Triboar anyway to get to the temple. So,
Well, yeah.
But I think if there's nothing else, we should continue on our mission.
all right. So, Go ahead and give-
Do we get the sense that like other creatures could inhabit this house for ill, just like the Nothic did?
I mean, creatures might. Like, you never know if there's. Well, the Nothic. It probably won't be Nothics, but, you know, any creatures can end up using this as a lair. Like, spider people, whatever you want to think about.
No, I don't want to risk. I was gonna shoot firebolt at just like a wall because it sets anything flammable on fire and just burn the house down. But I don't want to risk getting the attention of the living spells. So
Yeah, that may be a bad thing.
Probably.
you
So
see, like
let's-
Nero standing there with his hand and like fire kind of. He's like,
and then Eden like
No.
puts her hand on your your wrist and goes, "No."
All right. So you continue on your way. Feel free to give yourselves a long rest. You're gonna have a long rest point between now. It's still like maybe another day's walk. Nothing eventful really happens during the rest of your day to your long rest. The next day, you continue your walk. You can tell you're getting closer to Triboar. You still see some of the living spells off of the actual road, just around the area.
Okay.
Go ahead and make me a perception check. Okay. Anyone else?
Guidance.
Sorry, I was trying to adjust my hit points because
Yeah.
there's no long rest button on this.
Mm-hmm.
There should be.
Yep. So I would just need a perception check from you, Edness.
I'm working on it.
Cool.
Yeah, because lag.
Mm-hmm. So this is kind of a pretty easy thing to catch. I was just checking to see how much you're really paying attention on your road. But as you're going through, you notice in the middle of the road a large claw print, like a footprint. Very large, I should say.
what do you mean by very large? Like 6 inches, 12 inches?
Feet.
Let me see. About 2.5 feet long.
Oh. What can I roll something to see if I can find out what animal that's from? If I know what animal it's from?
Yeah, roll survival.
Survival.
Can I jump in on that too?
And
Sure.
it was a 23 for me, by the way.
Oh yeah, you definitely see it.
Yeah, it's Nero doesn't spend a lot of time outside, so
No.
I rolled a 15.
Tate, you recognize this, although it kind of confuses you of why this would be here. It's the footprint of a T-Rex.
That's a fucking dinosaur.
Wait.
What?
Are
Are you okay?
They are real.
And as you're looking at this, you hear a roar coming from the woods in the direction of where the footprint is pointing.
So like Tate is like pointing at the foot, and then as soon as he hears the roar, he points in the direction, like in the same movement.
And as you look out into the woods, you spot a tall reptilian type creature. But it doesn't look exactly like the Tyrannosaurus Rex you recall from whatever you remember and learned about it.
It's from the old pop-up books in the library.
Mm-hmm. This one appears to... Oh, hey, thanks for the raid, Mandy. This one appears to have a couple of chunks of flesh off of it. You know, like your common zombie.
I'm gonna look like at the meat, and then I'm gonna look at Meek. And I'm gonna look at.
Hold on. Repeat that. I had my headset off for a second. I was adjusting. What? Though also separators.
He said. He said that the T-Rex is missing chunks of meat, so we can tell that it's a zombie. So I like point at the T-Rex, and then I point at you, and then I point back at the T-Rex.
Oh, Meek is 100% flipping you off.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
With his bony finger.
Y'all see a Tyrannosaurus zombie just roaming the wilds.
That's not something you see ever.
I say so much for a walk in the park.
Do we want to keep going? Or hiding?
Do
Or
any of our clerics have turned undead?
yes, that-
Okay.
but it's not getting closer.
No, it appears to be like keeping to its hunting area on that side, so it doesn't seem to be it's keeping to its area.
Yeah.
And that might be a bit too strong to turn.
Also that. But
Yeah.
But me and Meek could do a lot of damage to it, if need be.
Nero and I both have fire damage.
I mean,
maybe we should just let dead zombie Tyrannosaurus Rexes lie.
I don't think
Olivia, what do
T-Rexes
you
can.
think?
I was like, Meek is going to turn to Eden and go, I don't think T-Rexes can fly. But I'm still with you. Let's just not fight it unless we have to.
On a quick
Well-
march.
Tate
On the
pulls
hustle.
up the horn.
No!
Saw
I knew I
that
should
coming.
have given that to you.
Saw that coming from a mile away. Or I should say heard it.
Yeah, we need to. We need
On the
to-
hustle. On the quick march.
Let's
Shall we go?
stealth duck our way around this thing.
Yeah. You keep going. You keep walking. It doesn't. And eventually, the road leads you to Triboar. Triboar as a city appears it's one of the first like major cities that you've been able to you've seen in a while. It seems to be, despite the world around you, it appears to be doing quite damn well for itself. This is the first place that you ever really, like, just walking into, you've ever felt some sort of normalcy, like you're back to where you were before everything, or at least that's what it seems. As you walk into town, you walk up the road from the south, actually from the north, my apologies. And this center area with the tower is a market square that you get to. This area is used as a market for local and visiting merchants. And in the center, there appears to be, it's kind of like a guard tower. You see a couple people walking in and out that look to be in uniform for like a local guard, local peacekeepers, things like that, walking in and out around town. But there are plenty. It's still day, so there are plenty of people around, hanging around. And you do see in front of the guard tower, two of the guards appear to be two of the guards just talking.
I mean, I know we need to head to the temple, right?
Yeah, your main mission, I will say, involves a certain person that you were to find here.
That's right. I was trying to go through and find that person's name.
Oh, yeah, we were to find him at Triboar, and
Yes.
didn't they also own an inn or something like that?
No, they did not.
I forgot the name of the person we're looking for.
I mean,
It was from the disembodied speech.
Yes, it was from the disembodied speech.
I think it's in the chat.
From Racine.
Yes.
Go to the Amber. No, we did that part. Hold on. Good bless it. It's in here somewhere. There it is. Secret tunnel table. Go to Amber Hawk, River Gate. Deliver the gemstone to the Rain Giant Zephyrus in Triboar.
There you go.
And there was supposed to be some phrase where we're supposed to say.
Terranoxia was for the was in the Amber Hawk.
Yeah, you already took care of that part.
That part, yeah, because that's how we got out of Mirabar. That I remembered. The other stuff not so much. But do we want to? So we're looking for a Zephyrus.
Yes.
It was he's a giant, right?
Yes.
I thought we don't look for him by name, just by, hey, we're looking for a giant.
That may be something to do.
Because we don't know what kind of loyalists are here.
Understood.
But we also don't know if they're trying to stay incognito either.
Right. So maybe
I think Nero's going to walk up to one of the guards that are talking at the tower and just engage them in conversation, just try to gauge what alignment the city's in.
Okay. Yeah, so you walk up to them and you see a female human who appears to be dressed a little bit more important than the rest of the guards. And you go ahead, you approach, and she sees you and goes, "Oh, how can I help you?"
Noticing her more fine attire, I think he's going to give her a very respectful bow. He, as much as he hated being raised in fine society, he knows the ins and outs and the protocols and stuff. So he's gonna give her a real respectful bow, gives her the greeting of the day, and just casually mentions the zombie Tyrannosaurus Rex north of the city.
Oh, that, yeah.
Wasn't it south?
It was north.
Oh, okay.
And she goes, "Oh, yeah, that. Well, it likes to keep to its hunting area, so it's definitely one of those. You don't disturb it, it won't disturb you. But when everything changed, a lot of people did a lot of weird things, and it showed up. So
You gotta look out for rabble rousers, I imagine.
yeah, or liches,
Oh yeah. That
You-
being said, oh, go ahead.
Oh, I was just gonna say, with that, you don't seem from around here. Let me welcome you to Triboar. My name is Daratha. I am the Lord Protector of Triboar.
And he's going to kind of reach his hand out for a polite handshake and be like, Nero Espengard, nice to meet you.
Aspengard. I've heard the name before. It's a pleasure to meet you.
Oh, have you met my family?
No, not formally, but I've heard about your family in the event that they put on.
Yes, I've seen some advertisements for that. Have you gone to see it? You gone to see their expo by chance?
Nah, I'm pretty busy here. Commanding the protectors here, so I don't really get out much. It seems very interesting though.
Can I roll an insight to see if I can get a feeling of if
Yeah.
she's pro or anti-Vecna?
And by the way, that's what my 20 insight was for.
Nice.
Yeah.
17.
You can't really. She seems. You're getting a lawful good alignment from her. She is
Okay.
not aligned with Vecna, and she cares a lot more about the people around here, which is probably why the place is seemingly untouched by anything bad really around.
Well, if judging by this is my first time here, judging by the general vibe I'm getting from your city, you're doing a fantastic job.
Oh, why? Thank you. I really appreciate that. But I can't seem. I couldn't do it without the rest of the team. So we really appreciate it.
Not a problem. Do you by chance know we're looking for a particular temple?
Mhm.
Do you know which one kind of point us in the right direction?
To what kind of temple?
I can't remember the name of it, but it has a giant that resides inside of it.
Well,
I might be thinking of a completely different city, but I just thought I'd ask. You seem like a perfect person to ask.
that's perfectly fine. We do have a giant resident, the rain giant Zephyrus. Um, he does reside here in town. He is, if you go up to the northeast, he should be tending to his farm at this time.
Rain Giant with the farm. That makes sense. Okay.
Not really. Not really.
Okay.
And the thing is, as you hear the term Rain Giant, that term also doesn't ring a bell to you. You never actually have heard of Rain Giants before.
So,
But weren't we
is-
told he was Storm Giant?
We
What
were
did
told Rain Giant.
you were told Rain Giant? You're a bit of
okay.
in a panic too, so you really didn't have time to think about that.
I don't think I've ever met any Rain Giants before, so this will be another first for me.
It's not really my tale to tell, so I would suggest talking to Zephyrus about it. He will be able to tell you a little bit more about what has been going on.
Well, definitely we'll do that.
Yeah.
You said your name again. I'm sorry. What was your name?
It is. Where did I have
Doratha.
Doratha Shendrell.
Well, it has been an absolute pleasure and honor to meet you, and we'll do our best to keep our noses clean while in your nice town.
Pleasure. Feel free to stay as long as you like. If you do need a place to rest, let's see. Where is it?
I'm trying to think. Which god did I say was my deity?
Lathan? No, not
Lathander.
Lathander. Yeah, Lathander.
Yeah. Feeling once I get the general idea that this is a safe place to not have to worry about hiding my holy symbol, I pull out my holy symbol of Lathander.
Cool. So Doratha kind of says, if you're looking for like an inn or somewhere to rest and stay while you're here, if you just head out to the east, you will find the North Shield House. That is our local inn. And if you have any questions, you can ask them or myself as well, and we can point you out to what else you can find here in Triboar.
Oh, just for future reference, where would we go from here to find the Temple of Elemental Unity?
Yes, if you're interested in that, that will be to the southeast from here.
Okay, thank you.
You're very welcome. Anything else I can help you with in the meantime?
Yeah, Nero's gonna look to Eden, Meek, and Tate. It's like,
Okay. Are there any? This city seems to be quite well off. Are there any magic or potion shops or weapons smiths?
We have shops. Nothing really too magical in that sense, but we do have places to buy provisions. Our general store, called the Lion's Share. That is actually, and she points off to the east as well. Immediately to the east of the square, is where the Lion's Share is.
Mm-hmm.
She mentions if you are interested in weapons or armor, Fohammer's Forge is to the north. It's pretty much on the far north end of the city. Just keep going north. You'll pass by an abandoned mansion on your left, but just past that, you will find the forge. When she does mention this, Edness, you could kind of feel from Zespara a feeling of high interest in this forge, given her history.
Obviously.
Yeah. There's
Boheimer, is
also
that a dwarven forge?
yes,
Oh.
yes, it is.
Wait, never mind.
You can also let's see, where is it on the map? Where is it? Oh, and across from the inn, you'll find the apothecary, where there is a druid there that can help you out with any needs that they may have, that you may have.
Okay.
Other than that, there is plenty to see around here. Don't hesitate to explore and see what else is around here.
Thank you very much.
I can honestly say this is the warmest welcome we've gotten in any town we've been to. So we really
But-
appreciate it.
You're very welcome. We've been very lucky during this time, so we're glad we're able to extend that to others as well. Now, if you'd excuse me, I need to take care of some paperwork, unfortunately. So I will I will hopefully see you around. If you ever need anything, just come and find me here.
Thank you.
Much appreciated.
And she goes to go back into the tower. And well, actually, she goes to turn into the tower, but as she goes to turn in, she looks out and she goes and waves at someone and says, "Oh, good afternoon, Janelle." As you see this woman walking past, who waves and gives a hello, a bit of a tired look on her face, leading a horse over to the ranch that you see here in the southwest, where you see a sign that called Happy Horse Ranch. But yeah, with all of that, what would you like to do from here?
I think we should go visit a farm. Or you should guys go visit the farm. I'll go visit Boheimer's.
Nero
I
is
think-
voting for going to the inn to see if they have any booze.
Well, we have. Well, I don't know if we have time, but there's a part of me that wants to get our goal accomplished and have a conversation with this rain giant, and figure out what that means. But we are here, and this does seem like a safe place. We could potentially take a moment to.
I'm just saying, I'm not trying to be like the paranoid guy or anything like that, but like when places seem too good to be true, it usually is.
That's very fair.
So I'm just saying we should probably, keep our eyes open.
That can be arranged.
Yes. It's just I'm one to go to Boheimer's because Zespara is also interested in going there.
We could look for. Well, if we're on the paranoid side already, perhaps going there and looking for weapons might be a good idea.
Since we haven't talked about her in a little while, at the mention of Zesparo, Tate's gonna be like, "Who?"
Yeah.
Zespara.
Oh, the
Did I-
sword. Oh, okay. Sorry, I remember.
Yeah, Nero was just as clueless as Tate. He was hoping by saying something, someone else would say it.
The little suggestions.
Cast suggestion, but not really casting a spell. But I'm just thinking if it was, it's also next to the inn. So the forge is to the north by the abandoned match. The apothecary is next to the inn. That's right.
Yes.
Um,
I'll get you a labeled map.
It's fine. It's fine. I think for now, I think we can do the forge, and the the farm is also no wait. It's literally in a different direction. God bless it.
What time of the day?
It's like early afternoon.
Why don't we go see who we're here to see and start there?
That's fair.
Mentally, and this will ask is as far as she's okay with the waiting.
Fine.
Oh my god.
I understand she has a mission, but you're the one walking. Let's go. Tate's just going to start walking.
All right.
We'll head to the temple.
Farm.
Well,
it's not a temple.
Well, sorry. Wait, good bless it.
It's 2 smiths, 1 mine.
Well, it's technically on the way. The Zephyrus is in the northeast.
Yeah, it's pretty much like you'll hit Zephyrus, that mansion, and then the forge.
Yeah, so we can kind of hit Zephyrus and then make our way. It's sort of a way to make it happen.
I know. It's just, and it's going, hey, there's 2 smiths here. We're both interested.
Yes.
All right. So you start making your way north, and you see very, very clearly, like as you look at the farms, you see people working, but very clearly you can spot a giant tending to the fields. And it's very clear you can safely assume that this person is Zephyrus.
Always wanted to say this. How's the weather up there?
You see, as Zephyrus, after hearing that, Zephyrus just gives like a.
I hope he hits you.
And he turns around and looks down and goes, I don't even know you.
No.
Can I?
But you know, an acquaintance of ours.
Who?
We are from Miravar.
Okay.
We've traveled a long way to get here.
Oh. Are you?
Yes.
Oh well. A pleasure to meet you. I am Zephyrus. Welcome to my humble farm. Please, come in. And he ushers you into the farmhouse. You can see that inside this house, a lot of the furniture is a lot larger than normal. And he goes, would you like anything to drink or eat? You must be you've come a long way.
I do not eat or drink, but I'm sure my compatriots would appreciate that.
Oh, sure.
I'm going to point to Tate, or I'm going to point to Nero, and be like, "We haven't had any water in a little bit. Do you have any water?"
Sure, yeah. And he goes, he gets you 2 fresh glasses of water. He puts out some fresh fruit and essentially very, very fresh food from the farmlands, from all around here. And he essentially goes, have as much as you like. Friends of Racine are friends of mine, of course.
Yeah.
How is she, by the way?
Captured.
Not know.
Oh. Oh, well, that's disappointing.
That is why we are here. Who had it? Did someone have it? Who had it? Right? We have something to give to
Oh,
you.
the gem, I think it was, or stone.
The Shroud Stone of the Ancients.
I believe I had that.
Okay. Yes, we were told to
Oh.
get something to you.
And do you take it out to show him?
Yes.
All right. And he goes, well, you did it. That's and you see just in his excitement seeing this, he goes, one moment. As he gets up and you see him go into another room, you hear him rummaging through cabinets and drawers in the room. And eventually he comes back out into the sitting area and goes, this is great news because we finally have 2. As he then opens his hand, as he also has one of the Shroud Stones.
Oh.
He goes, how are you able to find it?
We'll tell the story. I think it was in the mines, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, it nearly cost us our sanity.
Oh, well, you all seem to be doing well now.
Yeah, because now we'll insert the name of the I think it was a fiend or demon that was down there.
Yeah.
Oh. Huh.
He was breaking through.
Well, we've had a lot more to contend with these days, so I guess it really isn't that surprising. But well, I'm glad you are all here and we're able to do this. So you are aware then that the gods still exist then?
Yes.
Yes.
Good.
And these are what's being used to keep them at bay.
Yes, exactly. Here's the thing. I was entrusted to arrange delivery of this Shroud Stone to a knight, Lord Maximus. He is located in Helmshold. Obviously, Eden, this rings a bell to you as this is a popular area for those who worship Helm.
You said Helmshold?
Helmshold. And he goes,
huh.
Well, instead of finding just some random delivery person to bring it, and now that you have 2, we now have 2, maybe you can deliver it in my stead.
I think that would be ideal.
That'll be great. I believe he actually is in possession of the third Shroud Stone, so finding him would just bring them all together. And if you were able to survive on your own so far, especially with retrieving the first one, I can't think of anyone else better to take this on than you.
It's kind of funny. We've been
How
hearing that.
well can we trust the locals around here?
Was speaking.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah. Kate, go ahead. What were you saying?
I said it's kind of funny. We've been hearing that a lot lately.
Well, let's just say that a lot of time these days it's hard to trust people. Especially with how new people are created.
Mm.
Well, it's
So
just it's dark times whenever people put their trust in a tiefling, and he points to himself.
I don't judge.
You have shown yourself to be quite capable,
Yeah.
Kate.
I mean, and I completely understand. After all, as a storm rain giant myself, you can assume that I've probably gotten some interesting looks myself.
What does that mean? Why do you hesitate?
He takes a seat as he kind of looks introspectively and goes, well, are you all familiar with the Ordening? The essentially the ordained hierarchy of the giants. You can feel free to roll history to see how much you know about it.
Good idea. No clue.
So far, we don't know shit.
Mm-hmm.
Ooh.
Edmus knows a little something.
Yeah, Ednus, you are aware. I'm gonna actually also say, that Nero, you are also aware. This is, as he mentions, this is the hierarchy of the giants. This has been known to all, basically, those who look into the giants, and how they view each themselves in terms of the proverbial totem pole of giants. In short, let me see here.
The storm giants tend to be the hierarchy top.
Yes. So in kind of ascending order from lowest to highest, you have the ogres, giantkin, ettins, hill giants, stone giants, frost giants, fire giants, cloud giants, storm giants, and then titans. So before even the titans, the storm giants are the highest. So that's the basic knowledge that you know about the social order of the giants. But he goes on to explain, well, the Allfather essentially destroyed what we knew of the Ordening, and when we were unable to save King Hecaton, who is the lord of the Storm Giants, we were unable to restore that hierarchy. So now the Storm Giants have been regulated to the Rain Giants. We are just above the Stone Giants now. He goes on to explain the new hierarchy, being from the lowest being the Stone Giants still. He explains how they were the only giants to actually take a stand against the incursions of Vecna. But basically, there's not many stone giants left, and they currently all hide in the Underdark away from Vecna. The Rain Giants, he explains how an ancient blue dragon, which, by the way, I'm going to send you all this lore.
Okay.
The ancient blue dragon Earmurth took the form of a giant and infiltrated the royal courts of the Storm Giants. And this dragon murdered the Storm Giant Queen Neri, as well as abducted King Hecaton. She then positioned herself as the surrogate parent to the three princesses, Miran, Nim, and Sarissa.
Oh boy.
Yep.
We didn't hear you, Nick, if you said something.
You just
I think
you
those
just
are the
double muted
three,
yourself. But I saw that reaction. I was waiting for that.
If I'm not mistaken, that's the three wives of Dracula, right?
No. I don't believe so. But Nero, did you have something to say? Trying to figure out audio. Technical
There we go.
There we go.
Can
Yeah.
you hear me? Okay.
Yeah.
It's just a brief look of recognition and then quickly masked and just going into stretching, you know? Like, oh.
This worm positioned herself basically as their surrogate parent and used her ways to turn them against each other. And it pretty much resulted in a pretty brief and bloody civil war. Sarissa, unfortunately, was forced to kill her two sisters and then fled to Maelstrom, which was the underwater citadel that they ruled from. Thankfully, she...
Go ahead. Sorry. I didn't... Yeah.
She, but Sarissa was able to take the ruling scepter away so that Emirth isn't able to control the Wormskull's throne that is there. Currently, Sarissa is... her whereabouts are unknown.
So she's not
Which
in
is
the
for the
Maelstrom
best.
anymore.
No.
Okay.
She escaped, which was great to hear, but no one knows where she's at now. The Cloud Giants rallied under the banner of the Countess Sansuri. Some still roam the far north of the Cloud Fortresses, searching for fallen Astoria for relics of their past, while others have elevated themselves above and beyond the clouds, where the sky touches the stars to await the downfall of Faerun. But because they have been pretty isolationist, they have been demoted.
Interesting.
And above them are the Mountain Giants, or as you probably remember them as, the Hill Giants.
Oh.
They now relocated their capital to Grudhog, and they're kind of the reason why we're still standing. We have been able to keep them at bay with constant flow of tribute from Triboar, and they leave us be. Chiefka, if you remember her, well, remember her twice as bigger, because she is. But because of their immense size now, they have been elevated in the Ordening. The Frost Giants, now currently spread throughout the 10 towns in where is it called? In the Frozen North. And the Fire Giants are currently in an internal war between them and Tiamat. Apparently, they're currently they're working on like a metal giant of their own to take her on. But that is where things lead now. So as you can see, I am no longer the powerful storm giant that I used to be. I am now a simple farmer, simple rain giant. But at least I can provide for people again. You see, talking about the story, a sense of sadness comes over him, given the situation. Almost like a sense of failure on his part.
Have you given up?
Well, no. Hence why I have this stone in the first place.
Right.
I was able to come upon this, and I'm still hoping for the future. If ever a chance to help take back the Maelstrom ever arises, then yes, I will be one of the first to volunteer to fight. But until then, I can still take care of the people here.
You'll only have failed once you've given up. If you haven't given up yet, you haven't failed.
You see, as he kind of is taking a little bit of hearing you talk about that, you see as roll an insight for me, actually, and only Nero roll an insight.
15.
15. There is something more here that he's holding. He is holding information back right now from you. However, it doesn't feel like it's like nefariously holding information back. More of a I'm not ready to talk about it type holding back. But that's what you gather.
Yeah, normally I would say interrogate him, but if this is him not ready yet to grapple with something, that's something he has to deal with on his own time.
Yeah, you can definitely, you for some reason only known to you, can read the emotion of these giants pretty well. Hint, hint, hint.
Yes.
But anyway, I am really glad that you were able to come and that we're able to continue with this plan. Please, if there is any help I can give, please let me know. But until then, my home is your home. My city is, I should say. Well, I mean, there's not really much for a place to lay down here, but my city is your city. So
We appreciate that. We're going to do everything we can. And moving forward with this, we shall.
mhm. Wonderful.
Take heart. Something good is coming.
I think I have greater faith in that statement than I ever had in quite some time. Thank you for bringing that back. Now, like I said, feel free. I would be remiss to say that I would. It would be wrong for me to say that we wouldn't want you to delay in solving this this world issue that we are handling, but still, take your time as you need here in Triboar. Rest, shop, get to know some of the people. Consider this your home. I'm
Oh,
sure you'll find it to your liking.
it was Baba Harbus, right? As in the
Baba
Harbus
Harpell.
family?
Harpell.
Baba Harpell.
Yes.
What is the general opinion of the Harpell family or Harpell?
Well, I don't blame them for escaping. Well, actually, he would say, it's a shame to hear about the Harpell's downfall. They were some really powerful wizards, and I'd be sure that they would be fantastic. They would have been fantastic allies against Vecna, but unfortunately, even the Lich's power was too much for them. Why do you
In
ask?
Giant, Giant, and this will say, because they're on the moon.
I the moon, you say? Well, I would think that you probably, whatever madness you claimed were in those tunnels kind of affected you a little bit too much, my dwarven friend.
I'm going to look at him
We
straight in the
spoke
face.
to Boba.
My eyes are going to glow. They're on the moon.
He goes, the fuck? How?
Fucking magic.
Well, I mean,
It's the Harpels, man.
yeah, you're right.
Magic telescope, I believe it was.
Yeah, I guess they would be as powerful to do that. Well, who knows? Maybe they'll come back one day. But yeah. Anywho,
And
if you
also,
need, Mhm. Yes.
how well can we trust the locals around here when it comes to being concerned about their loyalty to Vecna?
For the most part, they're trustworthy. I haven't really. There really hasn't been any unrest or issue around here, at all. Um, that is to say, you never know. There could be somebody hiding things a little bit better than others, but as far as I'm concerned, I haven't found an untrustworthy soul. Maybe untrustworthy in different ways. I mean, you have the standard bandit or ne'er-do-well coming through, but the royal guard, the guard around here is usually good at getting rid of them. But in terms of Vecna, nah. I would say everybody here is against that lich.
So we have a
That,
place. We have a place to
go
potentially
ahead.
relax for a moment. That may be good for
Mhm.
now. We obviously
Yeah.
have more to do, but a respite may be beneficial.
Absolutely. Definitely check out the inn. They'll be able to assist you in somewhere to stay. Um, tell them I sent you, and you won't have to pay a coin.
Oh,
And then once you are ready, once you feel like you're ready to head out to Helm's Hold, uh, just let me know, and I can make sure that I give you the information you need for your journey. Sound good?
that sounds good.
Fantastic. And it is on this note that I am going to call it for tonight.
Nice.
Welcome.
No.
I know. But now you get to have some fun in Triboar for as long as you feel like you need to. And this really is a great resting spot for you. Possibly see what else needs to be done around here, things like that.
Mhm.
And keep in mind the stuff at the Temple of Elemental Unity is a side quest for you, an optional thing for you to do. So you don't feel rushed on that side of things.
Mhm.
Anyway, that wraps it up for us tonight. Thank you all so much for joining us. Let's go around and reintroduce ourselves. Name, who you played tonight, where else we can find you, and what are you looking forward to here in Triboar? Or now, what are you looking forward to in the future? Let's go in reverse order this time and start with Slayer, or at least reverse on my screen.
Hey, everybody. I am Old Worm Slayer. I have been playing Edness. You can find me here next Monday with Riku and Kel, or the Surge campaign known as Wind Riders of Aria. If you want more details about Surge, ask Goose.
All right, and anything else you're looking forward to for our next session?
Bowhammer.
You wanna talk to the forge. I get that. All right.
What Smith wouldn't want to go there?
Fair. All right.
I was interested before Zespar even shown interest.
Fair. That is very fair. All right. Goose, go ahead.
Hey everybody, I am Goose. I have been playing Tate, the Tiefling rogue, sorcerer, warlock. He's just learning about magic. You can catch me in the Surge Discord. You can link to it, and check out the website warptree.com, where you can check out the Surge PDF. You can buy some merch like my hat, and we got a bunch of other stuff on there, and we got a bunch of stuff that's going to be coming out soon too. So keep an eye out for that. And Tate and Nero just came up with a really cool idea, and we're looking forward to using it.
Oh boy. Oh no. Should I be worried?
Yes.
Great. All right. Nick.
Hey everybody, I'm Nick. I played Nero Aspengard, the half-elf storm sorcerer. You can find me on most social medias, including Twitch, Blue Sky, everything but Facebook, as Professor Hexagon. And I actually do plan on. I think I'm going to be doing some streaming, possibly in the near future. I don't know, like things in my life are pretty hectic right now. But as far as my campaigns go, you can find me here every other Thursday. You can find me also here every other Monday, where I play Varric Wolfspear Vigari, the Goliath Barbarian, in the Origins of Orlais campaign. And then in a special back-to-back 3-week special, it's this Friday, next Friday, and the Friday after that. You can see me as Viggo Sigmundsson, the Viking scientist in Kellen's Stargate TTRPG game, which is a whole lot of fun. I'm looking forward to tomorrow a lot. As far as what Nero's looking forward to, what Tate was saying, and he's also very concerned about a certain giantess now. So, yeah, he's sort of anticipating yet dreading running into her.
Yep. That's all I'm gonna say. All right, Kel.
Hey y'all, I am Kel, also known as the Celtic Wyvern King. You can find me on Twitch and TikTok under the same. You can find me every Monday here on Halfling Wizard Productions for either Windrunners or Ario, which will be this upcoming Monday, or our Leia Origins, which will be on the opposite weeks. You can find me every other Wednesday on my channel for my Theros 5e campaign, A God's Challenge. Every other Thursday, you can find me here where I get to play Meek, the Reborn Goliath Redemption Paladin. Try saying that 5 times fucking fast. Every other Friday, you will typically find me on my own channel running my Stargate 5e game, as Nick mentioned, though we are playing this Friday, next Friday, and the Friday after, as this Friday and next Friday are part of our 2-part mid-season premiere, as we had a little mid-season finale story-wise last session, which is going to be fun. Anywho, the opposite Fridays, though, you will typically find me over on, not Howling Wizard, over on Dinner and a Game for our Walking Dead game. You can also find me here on Halfling Wizard Productions, helping fill in any gaps that may pop up due to IRL if a show isn't able to run. Like a few weeks back, Queers wasn't able to run, so I ran a MASH one-shot. And then a few months at this point back, I ran a Jurassic Park one-shot, where somehow no one died. For the first time in Jurassic Park, no human died.
Fantastic.
Yeah, though Nick came damn close.
Nice. And what are you looking forward to coming up?
Oh, this is what kind of mischief we'll be causing here, because there's definitely going to be mischief, especially with certain sorcerers in the party.
All right, Damon.
Hey everyone, it's Damon. I played Eden, your Warforged Twilight Domain cleric this evening. You can find me on most socials as DMAGamer79, Blue Sky, TikTok, Twitter, meh. Once you find me there. You can find me here alternating Monday nights, playing Gaia Chronicles with Riku. On Tuesday nights, and those are over on Vibe Tribe. You can see me on Tuesdays, alternating Tuesdays, also on Vibe Tribe in Ooh, Golden Feathers of Tea and Tang. I'm tired, y'all. And and then find me here on Thursdays doing Reign of Vecna. Eden is looking forward to eventually heading to Helm's Hold. I believe they will have a lot to discover there, potentially.
Potentially. All right. And as always, I am Riku. I was your dungeon master for tonight. You can find me on social media as Pup Riku or Puppy Riku. You can also find me every other Monday on Five Tribe Productions for Gaia Chronicles alongside Damon. You could find me here every other Monday alongside Slayer and Kel for Wind Riders of Aria. I did have to take a few weeks off from that just due to personal issues, but I will be back soon. You can find me here every other Saturday for Queers, which will be a lot of fun. And as always, the every other Thursday here for Reign of Vecna. I am most looking forward to seeing what shenanigans you get on into this town. You have a lot of freedom. You have a lot of things you could do, people to see, places to explore. So I'm excited to see what you all do with it. So with that being said, just some housekeeping and reminders. First, as you all know, we are raising money through our stream, our charity of choice right now is the Freedom Service Dogs. So feel free to consider donating if you wish. It goes to a really great cause. So we would be very grateful. Make sure to join our Discord. Discord is where we get a chance to interact with a lot of you out there, with a lot of our casts, players, and just share silly memes. You can also see when we also recruit for new one-shots or long-shots campaign. So make sure you check out our Discord. A couple other things going on in the Discord. First off, our main man Will, who has run the channel, is actually working on his own system and is looking for playtesters. So make sure you check that out in the Discord if you're interested. Also, we are hosting the Wizzies soon, which is our little internal award show. Voting has opened for that, and that's where you can go ahead and vote. Make sure you join our Patreon. Our Patreon will have a lot of random homebrew stuff, characters, encounters that you can use in your own campaigns. That's also where you can see the session 0 for Reign of Vecna. See how this whole chaos has started. It's a lot of fun. All the proceeds that we get from that go back into the productions here to help make things better and more awesome for you. What else is there? Make sure you subscribe to our YouTube channel where you can see the VODs of all of our games, catch up on some of your favorite shows. So make sure you check us out there. Let's see. What else is there? Merch! We have merch. Check out our merch store. We make a lot of random merch for our based on our campaigns. Kel mentioned the Jurassic Park one shot we did. We actually have merch about that. We have new merch based on Wind Riders of Aria. A really cool mug, let me tell you. So make sure you check that out. There's always new stuff coming out for merch in terms of our shows. And that's it. The better stopped, which means I have covered everything. I have to turn this into a script for the future so I can remember everything that we need to announce and do here on the show. But anyway, thank you all so much for joining us. We'll see you in a couple weeks as we continue to explore Triboar and see what shenanigans these group get into. But until then, have a fantastic night, a fantastic weekend, and we will see you soon. Bye-bye.
Tiny robes he's wearing so fine, in the tavern sipping on wine, knows the secrets of the old halfling wizard never told. Mystic wand and a pointed hat, talks to people about this and that. Sneaky tricks and a wink in his eye. Halfling wizard makes the hours fly. Oh, halfling wizard in the night, casting spells to the moonlight. He can talk and he can know. In his world the magic grows. Down the road in evening light, he'll engage you, that's his delight. Readers of the stars he seeks. In a crowd he's sure to speak.